I don't know. Hello? Oh.
Oh, they do. They want exclusive anything. Yes. Yeah, that's a lot of money just to demolish it. she is a very, I don't know how somehow she is making she like more ranch. I don't know why.
The
She
ranch
wants,
style house?
yeah, she wants like it's grown her own vegetables and trees.
Oh, I got
you know,
that. Oh,
that
so she
kind of
wants like,
thing.
I got it.
Yeah. Yep. You guys,
That's all. So let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just for that.
I prepared ahead of time.
Yep. Yeah, this was shrubs, not make it like a city,
I'm going to call the Antioch Board of Administrative Appeals meeting to session at 3:03 p.m. on 5 June 2025. We'll start with a roll call.
Yes, thank you, Chair Webster. Commission, or Board Member Case? Here. Board Member Richardson? Board Member Higgins? Vice Chairperson Umar?
Yes.
Chairperson Webster?
And present.
We have a quorum with Commissioners Higgins and Richardson absent at roll call.
Great, thank you. All right, next we'll go with the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to have Ms. Case lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. All right, jump again to the next item for today. We're going to do the consent calendar. Approval of a Board of Administrative Appeal minutes of April 17th, 2025. Give you a quick minute to, or if you know it, just take a motion on that.
Motion for approve.
All right, get a second.
I'll second.
All right, we have a first and a second. Put it to vote.
I don't have access to the voting, so can I do a roll call vote this time?
Yes, you can, yes.
Thank you. Board Member Case?
Yes.
Board Member Umar?
Yes.
Chairperson Webster?
Yes,
The motion passes unanimously to approve the minutes.
great, thank you. All right. Jumping over to today's code enforcement, approval of levy and special assessments on certain properties for unpaid administrative citations and liens on processing fees for December 2023 and October 2024. The recommendations for the Board of Administrative Appeals shall confirm each assessment and the amount thereof as proposed, as corrected and modified in order to assess against the property. The board, let's see. Have you had a chance to look at those yet? Is there an amount for October for those dates and times?
You want to?
Oh, I don't have that part.
Yeah.
You don't have that?
Yes, that's okay. Oh, there it is, okay. Question, I guess I can run that question to you.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
October, well, these are going back to 2023 and 2024. These are unpaid citations going back that far?
Yes, so we had one, well, there is an abatement fee as well. So the city conducted an abatement with a warrant, and there's a lien for that abatement cost. We provided the property owner over a year to make payments to the city, and no payments were made. And in accordance with the letter that we sent out in March of 2024, this individual had until March of 2025 to make those payments. No payments were received, so we're moving forward with the lien for the abatement cost, which is was related to some dead vegetation obstructing the sidewalk and street here in the city. So the 2023 one is actually from a case in 2023 that we did an abatement in at the end of that year. So again, we allowed that property owner a year to pay off that abatement cost. No payments have been made, so we are moving forward with the lien to collect our money that we paid the contractor for abatement.
Okay, were there any appeals on that, or there were no appeals at all?
No appeals.
Any rationale as to why it took so long? Or as far as like waiting to collect or anything?
We provided her with a year to pay.
Oh, okay.
She reached out to the office and advised that she was having some financial hardship. So we advised her to contact Data Ticket to see, which is our citation processing company, to see if they would be able to provide her with a payment plan. She reached back out to us and said that Data Ticket was not available for a payment plan. So I worked with our admin staff and granted her a 12-month extension to pay that through the city. So what she was to do was to either pay Data Ticket or pay the city. And if she paid Data Ticket, it would be a lump sum.
Right.
So in order for her, with her financial situation, to make payments, we would accept those payments and apply and simply reach out to Data Ticket and notify them that we had received payment, and to reduce that amount by the payment amount that we had received. Unfortunately, we didn't receive any payments over the year.
Okay. Ms. Case?
Oh, I just think she's still having problems, because I looked at public records, and this is not the only bill she hasn't paid.
Correct. And from a city standpoint, we have to collect the funds that we've put out there for the
see.
abatement. So we paid the contractor, and essentially what we do then is bill the property owner. They don't pay, then it gets put as a lien. Typically, it happens a lot faster, as you would imagine. This would have occurred back in 2024. But as you said, board member, due to her situation, we granted her some leniency on this. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any movement in payment, and we do have to move forward and collect our fees that our costs that we've already spent.
Correct. Just offhand, do you happen to know how many properties may be currently still being assessed right now, or they're pending assessments on?
This is, I don't know any that would be of this kind of nature. This was
Okay.
a very special incident. We don't normally do this. This is something where typically when we do an abatement, we simply issue a notice to the property owner, a notice of billing. If they don't pay, then we bring it forward to you to approve the lien, and then we go ahead and file the lien. In this case, due to some special circumstances, we went ahead as a courtesy to this individual and gave them a 12-month extension to pay, with the understanding that they would at least pay it down in increments, and that has not occurred.
Okay. Mr. Romero, you have any questions?
No, that's fine. I think it's already given enough time for the last 2 years. That should be enough for the property owner to come up for the city.
Yeah,
Or
and
even at least they're making a payment arrangement or something, or even they show some kind of courtesy to come up and, make some kind of payment, but it's nothing,
Correct.
anything to do with it.
yes, Vice Chair. And typically we
cities-
bring
Cities are
these.
justified to have the lien on the property.
Yes,
in
and
my
we bring
opinion.
these large ones to you in June as we get ready for our annual enrollment in July. So what you're seeing is these will all be enrolled into July, and then we do this monthly for you for any outstanding citations or abatement costs. And in this particular instance, it's an abatement cost, but there are also some outstanding citations in this report.
Well, I'm happy to hear that the city of Antioch is looking at people
Yes.
in these special circumstances,
Yes, that is true.
even though she didn't keep up her end of the bill.
All right. Well, any further questions?
Thank
All
you.
right, I get a motion to approve levies and assessments and fees in the total amount of $10,000, $615.95.
I approve.
Motion, anyone, and
I'll
get a second?
second.
Great, put it to vote, roll call.
Thank you, Chairperson Webster. Board Member Case?
Yes.
Board Member Umar?
Yes.
Chairperson Webster?
Yes,
The motion passes unanimously to assess the $10,615.95 on liens.
all right. All right, are there any written oral communications?
None.
All right. Any questions from any of the board members?
No.
We already talked about it, but I think, I don't know if we get to do it, or it should be city council, really, that if a tenant-landlord situation where the landlord is not in the area, and we should have a process that the landlord could give written notice that the tenant could come appeal any situation, since the landlord passes the cost down. That's just my only comment.
Right, through the appeals process, my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Kurt? Through the appeals process, if anyone's familiar, can the property owner, landlord, pass down the appeals, their authority down to the tenant to come and appeal?
I would have to defer to legal counsel.
Okay, so yeah, we can take note if we can maybe If we wanted to email out to legal counsel, who would that be?
Derek.
At the time, our interim city attorney is Derek Cole.
Derek Cole? Okay, I'll get us information.
Okay. I can email him as well. I got a letter from a tenant, so I'll just forward that to him.
Okay, so yeah, let's put those concerns to the attorney, and then we can bring it back for further discussion.
Sounds great.
Yeah, great. Other than that, get a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
All right. Motion to adjourn is 3:13 p.m. on 5 June 2025.
Board Member Case?
Yes.
Board Member Umar?
Yes.
Chairperson Webster?
Yes.
The motion passes unanimously to
Great.
adjourn at 3:13 p.m.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
No.
You've had faster?
We've had faster. No, we actually did some discussion. Usually they do no discussion, and we're just like straight to the end. Yeah.
One lady is, that one lady goes around the other guy.
Who is, which one is she? And,
I'll show you. I just looked up property tax.
Right.
I have real estate.
Josephina
Yeah, she's
Papangio.
this guy, not in the probably it's probably a pot house.
So, what's that?
It's probably a pot house, the other one.
Oh, probably, yeah, it could be. We have quite a few of us. So just to touch base on the tenant versus landlord situation of the sites, I know they'll reach out to council that have the exams on that. There's no way for the city to collect a fine from the tenant.
No, I did that. The concern was that,
Of
this
the
is what,
appeal, the citation would have to be issued to the tenant in order for them to have appeal rights. The caveat to that is the owner can file the appeal and come to the appeal, and the tenant can speak like what we had with the,
right, we didn't
with the
want.
past appeal.
Right,
Right.
but that's that's what I was telling the tenant, the landlord gave him permission to come appeal it, but he couldn't be here.
That's correct. Now, the landlord can come and appear and appeal the citation and simply
The
defer all
landlord was,
conversation to the tenant.
because there's a vision in his, well, most rental contracts that any fine ticket is passed, the seller pays it and then they pass the taxes on to the tenant.
Got it.
So he wanted to appeal it because technically he was paying it.
Nice.
But he was like, well, I looked at all the statutes and it doesn't say that. So I'll just forward that information to Derek and I'll copy everything
Mhm.
on it. And then, whatever. But I just think that's reasonable to have, as long as the landlord is okay with the tenant doing the appeal. I don't know.
Just the site wasn't issued to the tenant, that's the challenge. So we have it'd be like if I got a parking ticket and then you showed up to appeal.
Right,
Even though I give you the permission, it's not issued to you, and
right.
I don't know even legal standing.
Well, maybe I was driving your car and then I got the ticket.
And that's when you and I would appear, and I would say, she was driving my
But
car,
you,
I'm
and
gonna.
the landlord couldn't appear for this case.
So what cases there is it possible that the tenant can get the citation?
Never.
Never, never. I was like.
Those are all criminal citations issued to the police department.
Right.
Because so the police department deals with the person, so their behaviors, we deal with the property, the condition of it. We don't, in code enforcement, we don't have any concern about who created the problem, just
Right.
that the problem exists and the property owner has to fix it.
Right.
In the police world, they care about who created the
So
problem.
like, 4th of July, my neighbor was setting off fireworks, and I asked him, I need to knock it off. Because I live next door to you, I own my home, you're a renter, please knock it off.
Mhm.
So he refused, he was drunk or whatever. So I took a video and I sent it to his landlord, and who I like, because she used to be my neighbor, and I said, hey, I don't wanna do this because I really like you, and then actually the tenant's not that bad, but last night he was that bad. I sent him the video, and I said, unfortunately, if this isn't cured, I'm gonna have to go after you and not your tenant, because I have to sue the property owner, not the renter. And so she's like, okay, thank you. And then she issued a big, strong warning to him. So now, unfortunately, me and the tenant used to get along, we're not getting along. That's the bad part about it.
Mhm.
But it's kind of the same way.
Yeah,
Like I would sue the landlord for disturbing my peace.
yeah, it would be a public nuisance, or
Right,
actually it's
yeah.
a private nuisance.
Yeah.
Private nuisance lawsuits up to $5,000
Yep,
per person, per household. So
Yeah.
if you have 4 people in the
I
household.
think it's 7,500 now.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I think so.
Okay.
But it's not like that you could grant, you could, any of the property is rentable.
Mhm.
It's
removes the garbage and starts dumping themselves,
Correct.
Antioch will come out and find it. So,
Yeah, I mean, for
so
all,
the
you're
landlords
exactly
usually
right.
pay for garbage.
Yeah, and the landlords can pay for water too. A lot of that stuff's in a lease, whether the tenant or landlord pays for it. And then what we encourage landlords that have continuing issues is, look, you can send an addendum to your lease that says that the tenant must comply with all city, local, and
always
state
there.
codes. And failure to comply, et cetera, et
Isn't
cetera.
there, isn't there a city code that everyone's required to have a trash service now?
Yes.
What?
So everyone's required to have a trash service in their home.
Exactly, that's why landlords usually pay for trash,
Correct.
because
Yes.
tenants try to save money,
Yes.
and that's why the landlords pay for it, and it's kind of included in the rent.
Yeah, it's like a multifamily, right? The individuals don't pay for trash service, they pay the management company as part of their rent
Correct.
for the trash service. The same thing in theory would apply to single families or duplexes or four houses.
Yeah,
In theory.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
so I felt bad for this guy, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for a lot of them, but sometimes
I didn't feel bad for the last lady, I didn't feel bad for her at all.
I don't know, she has.
She was fine.
Oh, by the way, we issued another site visit too.
Oh my goodness. Does she have her cousin still over there working, or?
I believe so, yes. So the officer just pulled me aside before I came down and said, by the way, we're issuing another site.
Especially how you can deal with the homeless, with the mess on public property.
We don't deal with that. That's all PD and public works. So code enforcement doesn't address that at all. We will address it if it's on private property, like at shopping centers. So what we do is we do it as a junk and debris accumulation case, and then we do it as a zoning land use violation. So what we say is you have junk and debris in public view, and that the property is being used other than its intended use. So, yeah, shopping centers all commercial, it's being used as residential or temporary residential, that's a zoning.
What about like when you said that that was their meditation or sidewalk, overflowing, covering, and saying all over?
Same thing there. So Antioch's unique in the fact that it has what's called a commercial property maintenance code. So that applies to a commercial property that has multiple parcels within the project. And I'll give you an example. You go down A&18, you'll see the shopping center on the left, and then you'll see the Taco Bell on the right. Okay, the commercial property maintenance code applies to that shopping center because it's individual parcels with individual owners within that project. It does not apply to the Taco Bell, even though it's a commercial property. It's not multiple parcels. Taco Bell is just one parcel, one commercial parcel. So it doesn't matter if there's four parcels in a shopping center and they're all owned by the same individual, it doesn't matter. The commercial property maintenance code still applies, and that's a much stricter code. It's an old code from the 50s and 60s to the point where it references that ash cans have to be emptied daily, which are the old concrete ones with the sand in it. That's how old that code is, but it is a little bit stricter in that it talks about hiding places. So shrubbery, even though the overgrown hedges may not be blocking the sidewalk or street light, it's providing a hiding place, and therefore we can have them trim it or remove it. So in instances like that, where we have, say, the shopping center on 818, which has a lot of issues associated with it, we use that commercial property maintenance code there, as opposed to, let's say, Taco Bell had the exact same issues. We couldn't use that code there because it's not separate parcels within a project. It's specific, essentially, to our shopping centers. Not like a Lowe's